Do you know the best survival series on YouTube? You might think of some in Spanish or English, but this list will really surprise you. To clarify, the order I'm showing them is random and doesn't mean anything. The next spot goes to the technical survival of Oribas, another one of the great Spanish-speaking creators in the technical world. He has spent 5 years in the same world working on mega projects, both technically and creatively. It's true that his YouTube channel only has 17 episodes. His projects are so big that they take up a lot of his time. Anyway, Oribas streams on Twitch when he's making progress on his projects, whether it's mining a perimeter, building, or whatever. But he does everything by hand. In fact, his iron farm was the one I implemented in my survival. Although not the whole thing, because it produces 100,000 drops per hour, I only used a single module, which was all I needed, and that's it. Most of his projects and videos have months of work behind them. For example, for his slime farm project, he spent months trimming portals by hand at this speed. Now let's talk about a massive Brazilian on YouTube. His name is Vinicius13. And no, he's not the Madrid player, although that would be really funny. He has a channel with over 6 million followers and a survival series with 389 episodes to date. That's insane. For the most part, his content is about his survival series, although sometimes he does other things. But mostly, it's him playing in this world. He started this world to try to build an automatic house. In fact, that's what the series is called. It's not really a single-player game, but a two-person server, thanks to the other member of the series, the gamer. They were able to make a series that lasted more than 12 years. This may not be a world as visually spectacular as those of RichMC, but in the Portuguese and Brazilian community, it marked a turning point. He became the main Minecraft reference for Portuguese speakers. And the best part is that he not only has an entertaining survival series, but he also experiments a lot with redstone mechanisms. In fact, it was him who discovered a technique to have colored LEDs in his world. Something that I found very curious at the time, because almost at the same time, a Canadian YouTuber named Crafty Masterman came up with exactly the same idea and published it on the internet on the same day. Comparing the upload dates shows neither copied the other. It was just an amazing coincidence. Both invented a color screen simultaneously. Best of all, even though his content is in Portuguese, native Spanish speakers can understand it easily. I use subtitles and can follow almost everything. Let's check out a survival series that has to be on the list. Created by the Lord of the Withers, RichMC, we have Survival 1.3, a technical survival that has introduced many Spanish speakers to technology that's widely used on other international technical servers. It has builds that many Spanish speakers are familiar with. Names like Orogedon or the Eternalis Iron Factory are well known in the community. It's one of the oldest worlds I know. It's been using the same world for 13 years, which has gone through different versions until reaching 1.12, and they plan to keep updating it. His projects take a long time, which is why his videos are so lengthy, given his era and content. For example, to me, the coolest build is the Metallurgical Permutator, an iron storage that has a capacity of 51 million items. The iron ingots that fall from the iron factory, which is his iron farm, are distributed evenly throughout all the storage modules. And the decoration in turn is very creative. They are tanks with the chemical symbol for iron, Fa, using emerald blocks and nether portals as simple decoration. It's really beautiful. The next one I'm going to mention is, without exaggeration, the father of survivals as we know them today. I'm talking about Izoslav. I've already mentioned this creator before, who is also part of Hermitcraft, but his story starts much earlier. 14 years ago, during beta 1.8, basically the prehistory of Minecraft, he uploaded a video called Let's Play Minecraft. That was the beginning of his survival series, and without him knowing it. Also the start of a format that would inspire thousands of creators around the world. Let's Plays. Basically, playing a survival game and sharing the adventure on YouTube. His series already has over 600 episodes, and is still updated to the latest version. In all this time, he has literally built an entire world, farms, decorations, all kinds of mechanisms. And the most incredible thing is that he has done it while keeping his style intact. He has never used elaborate thumbnails, at most just a simple screenshot from the game, and that's it. And even so, his videos still reach 500,000 views. That says a lot about the mark he left. They still reach 1 million views. to help you understand his real impact. Izoslav was the one who invented or popularized many of the mechanics we take for granted today, such as the hopper clock, the 3x3 door with a hole, the famous bad switch, which I'm not sure if he discovered it, but he was the one who coined that term. He invented the term bad switch, although nowadays people talk more about quasi-connectivity. And these are two concepts worth clarifying, because most people don't know how to tell them apart. The bad switch is a detector for block state changes. The name says it all, block update detector. An observer, for example, is a bad switch itself, and it was introduced into the game so we would stop using weird things. It's a system that detects when a block has been placed, removed, or altered. On the other hand, quasi-connectivity is a property exclusive to dispensers, droppers, and pistons, which allows them to be semi-activated with an air block in between. And I say semi-activated because in reality, they stay in a state where they don't activate until you update them. In other words, quasi-connectivity creates a bad switch. That's where the confusion comes from. And if you think this is something strange, it was originally a bug, but it's been in the game for so long that they've decided it's now part of the game and they're not going to change it. He also popularized Enderman farms as a source of experience, or the classic trap with 4 iron doors and a pressure plate. He even discovered the bug where, by growing a tree, you could break any block, including bedrock. Thanks to him, my own survival exists, so from here, a huge thank you. And since we're discussing Izo, let's mention Hermitcraft, a multiplayer survival server for the English-speaking Minecraft community. Among them, we have Izo himself, Mambo and Ambo, Grian, and many more. And there have been more than 10 seasons, and each one brings in new members to give the series a breath of fresh air. And the truth is, they've really succeeded. They typically do 1 season per year, changing the map each time. When I was younger, I watched Mambo and Ambo's videos and was amazed by their incredible builds. It's hard to specify exactly what they've been building over the years, but well, it's a recreational server and not as technical as others we've seen. No, they haven't emptied the end or built an island from scratch, but they've made many farms and useful structures for other members. It's also entertaining with some roleplay, an all-in-one. And continuing with another server, we have the legendary Saikura Futo. I talk more about this one in detail in my tour that I recorded a few years ago, exploring everything. But to give you more context, it's the biggest technical server in the Western community. They're really good at what they do, although nowadays it's quite inactive. It's true that maybe it's not so historic for YouTube, but rather for the technical community. But Irumango uploaded a lot of content about this server and many other creators did as well, given all they've accomplished over the years. I wanted to acknowledge them in this video. And since we're discussing their rivals, we must mention one of the top Spanish-speaking Minecraft YouTubers. 77. If you don't know him, you should. He's the person who has influenced millions of people to play Minecraft both in Spain and in Latin America. He may not have played vanilla Minecraft, but his modded series are very memorable. Even today, I come across TikToks of his talks about life while he plays. He's a legend. My editor told me while we made this video that he started playing Minecraft because of him. I'm sure many others have had the same experience. You just have to look at the millions and millions of views that all his Planeta Vegeta videos have. And that's no small feat. Since this is my channel, I'll mention my own survival series. It may not be the best, but I have fun and show the full process in 20 to 30 minute videos. It's called Rubik, and I'm going to leave the latest episode here where I do a full tour in case you want to see what I have in the world. Let's continue now with Filza, one of the most viral YouTubers in the history of Minecraft. He became world famous for his hardcore mode series. In his second season, he managed to survive for no less than 5 years. And keep in mind, he started it 11 years ago when surviving that long in hardcore was almost unthinkable. The moment of his death was a turning point. That clip went viral throughout the community and became one of the most viewed in the entire history of Minecraft. It was the impact that marked the beginning of the hardcore series trend. In fact, it contributed to the big Minecraft boom in 2019. The phenomenon went so far that even the official Minecraft channel made a documentary about him, visiting his house and showing how his life changed completely. He had newspaper interviews, invitations, and more worldwide recognition. Currently, he continues with a new hardcore world that he has been playing for 6 years now, almost since he finished the previous one. And yes, everything is 100% legit. If you don't believe it, watch him on Twitch, where he spends hours making progress in his world, mining, and tackling endless hardcore tasks. It's truly insane. However, there's something important to mention. After that moment of recognition, was invited to DreamSMP, the server of the biggest and also most controversial Minecraft YouTuber on all of YouTube, Dream. Why controversial? Well, there are a lot of videos discrediting him and so on, but I don't want to talk about him right now, but rather about his server. The thing is, it was said that on DreamSMP, Redstone builds were being copied. Crafty Masterman has a video on this topic, which I'll link in the description if you want more details. It's suspected that the Redstone builds were plagiarized. This has always been done. It's how my channel began. Doing it in your own world to learn is one thing, but claiming someone else's mechanism as your own and saying you made it is very different. Its creator, awesome dude, claimed to have designed most of these builds. Yeah, videos demonstrate how to make these mechanisms. And while there's no conclusive proof, it appears he closely followed them. But there's more. Another YouTuber, Nadia and the Canary and the Cat, analyzed a specific build by this guy. As you may know, DreamSMP is a survival series, so it's understood that creative mode isn't used unless someone says otherwise. The issue is they made the world download public, and Minecraft now records much more data about it. Checking the logs, Canadian found that the statistics showed the use of spawn eggs, which could indicate the use of creative mode. This isn't 100% conclusive. Maybe they just experimented a bit after finishing the series, switched to creative mode and fixed some things. But something that is irrefutable is the data about the use of obsidian. One of the builds he claimed to have made had about 850,000 blocks. But according to the records, this player only placed 28,000 blocks of obsidian. Come on, we've caught you red-handed. This kind of analysis is fascinating, because it teaches us not to blindly trust everything we see on YouTube. I can make a video investigating other survival channels that appear legitimate, but may not be, with evidence included. It will be complicated, but I think it will be interesting. Anyway, a lot of drama with Dream. Let's move to Italy, where Aaron Blaze has a survival series with over 1,000 episodes. Not days, episodes. That's crazy. This YouTuber has uploaded survival videos for over 12 years, and in fact he keeps that world updated to the latest versions of the game. In this world he does everything. Technical builds, perimeters, decorations. It's actually very entertaining to watch. And he speaks Italian, which is pretty easy to understand, so give him a chance. There's a video that caught my attention on his channel, and it's episode 1091, where he uses the Redstone. If you're unsure, the video will be on screen for you to watch. He uses a mechanism I showed in my video. The one with the erupting volcano. It's interesting to see that the Minecraft community builds on each other's ideas. Let's go to another Spanish speaker, Meso Secreto. Many of you already know him. He's a creator who's on the rise. He's been gaining a lot of attention lately, and the least we can do is support that growth. He has a survival world of over 3,000 days, and he has incredible builds, having made farms of all kinds and colors. And he summarizes his videos in several parts every time he reaches a certain number of days. So it's content you can basically watch from the very beginning. Now we head east, more specifically to Japan, where we find the channel of Hayashi. He's not a very big YouTuber, but he has a survival world that's definitely worth mentioning. He has 60 episodes where he focuses on recreating real-life buildings inside Minecraft. All these buildings are built to Minecraft scale, and they are very important Japanese structures, whether they are villages or temples. It's a very interesting channel that's highly visual. So you can see what he's building without understanding the language, despite the Japanese text and voices. There's another player who has spent many days in the same survival world, more specifically in hardcore mode. And while he's not from the east, he's pretty close, since he's Russian. His name is Paradix, and he has a hardcore world with over 1,000 days. In it, we can see very creative builds, like the Plants vs. Zombies battlefield, or simple farms that anyone can make in their survival world. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. See you in the next one. Goodbye.